Limit now applies. Mr. Owen Paterson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I will be brief. A pleasure to meet the Honourable Lady for Right Honourable Lady for Broxtowe. I admire her consistency, but she won't agree with what I'm about to say. I'm afraid I didn't agree with what she said. Because this, Mr. Speaker, is a very simple question of democracy, sovereignty and accountability. That is why 17.4 million people voted to leave. They were told, you are sovereign, you make a decision, the Commons, as elected, will interpret that. They trusted us. They trusted us to deliver what they voted for. They will be bitterly disappointed. At 11 o'clock tonight, we should be leaving, and we won't be leaving. And that is a terrible blow to the integrity of their trust in us. On this side, it was very clear in our manifesto we would interpret leave to leave the single market, leave the customs union, leave the remit of Court of Justice. The Labour Party pretty well said the same thing. And we know that over two-thirds of members in this House represent seats which said leave. 494 and 498 members voted for the second and third readings to trigger Article 50. At that stage, perhaps members opposite were sort of stunned by the effect of the referendum. But now I am amazed by the nature of these debates. There was a sense that enormous vote, that enormous expression of popular demand has faded into the past. It's a bit embarrassing. It's a bit like a bad smell at a dinner party. I press on. Other members want to speak. Let's push on. And it is live. Those people are out there. They believe that this should happen, and they believe we should deliver it. And it's not going back. This cannot be put back in the bottle and screwed away and hidden in a cupboard or put in the fridge. This huge vote will continue. This will continue to dominate our politics. This issue is not going away. So when we look at the detail of what's being proposed, it is extraordinary. The fifth largest economy in the world is proposing to have laws imposed upon it by 27 other countries, many of whom are competitors, who have no incentive to pass law in our interest. We won't be present when the law is made. We won't be able to amend that law. We won't be able to repeal that law. And if we don't apply that law to the satisfaction of the European Commission and ultimately the European Court of Justice, as we saw in the UQ last week, we are subject to unlimited fines, disallowance in EU speak. We have the horror of Northern Ireland. The whole basis of getting the unionist population to vote for the Belfast Agreement was the principle of consent. It was an extraordinarily successful campaign by my noble friend Lord Trimble. It was an amazing effort to get unionists to vote for it. The basis was trust, that the status of Northern Ireland could not be changed. And yet we're going to have something horrible called UKNI, which is actually even in breach of the Acts of Union of 1801. So trust and democracy. I'm sorry, others want to speak. This is about trust and democracy. And the last key point, the absolute key point, is that what we're seeing today does not deliver. It does not deliver on the referendum. It does not deliver on those manifesto commitments. It does not deliver on all promised through all those debates. And when it comes down to trust, I represent a Leave constituency. I was quite clear to my constituents what I was going to do. They will think it's perverse that I voted twice against this agreement. Why on earth would I, under pressure, change my mind today? So I will maintain my integrity and reputation, intending to campaign and continue. We may lose this particular battle, but ultimately we will get back the sovereignty of this country so people can make decisions.